Then SEC Chair Jay Clayton has been making a push to better educate the public about investing and what investors need to do to save for retirement. He joins us now as part of CNBC's financial wellness and education initiative, Invest in You, Ready, Set, Grow, as part of our partnership with Acorns, the micro investing app. And he's with Bob Pisani down at the New York Stock Exchange. Bob.
Hello, Kelly. Jay, thanks very much for joining us. You know, we all know there's a retirement crisis out there, but you've taken a particular interest in this, perhaps unusual, unlike your predecessors who weren't that involved in this. What's the motivation here? You've got a very interesting new website up, tips from the chairman on SEC.gov. Recommend that to everybody. Why do you feel the need to speak out on the retirement and what's going on with savings in this country?
Well, there's a couple. Well, first, thanks for having me, because this is an extremely important issue. I mean, people are living much longer, and they have more responsibility to take care of their own retirement than in the past. So we've got those two factors driving the need to get your own retirement house in order. But what drove this? Look, we've been traveling the country talking to people about standards of conduct for broker-dealers and investment advisors and how to change those. And I've engaged with hundreds of investors, and every single one of them tells me two things. I wish I started earlier, and I wish I knew more earlier. So we're doing what we can to help people start earlier and learn more earlier.
Yep. Tips for investing, very interesting. You keep it very simple. You talk about the wonders of compounding, the wonders of diversification, the wonders of taking the free money, 401k money. A lot of people don't, surprisingly. What else should we be doing? What should the government, and I don't mean just the SEC, should the government be doing more to make it easier for people to save, to get into retirement programs? What else? Obviously, we have a retirement problem. We all know that. What else can the government do?
Wait. Let me use the word drag, okay? When I tell people about retirement investing, I say reduce the drag, the costs, the fees, the taxes. That's money you never get back. What the government can do, and we're trying to do at the SEC, is make sure that that drag is as low as possible. You want as much of your money going to work for you. Get rid of the costs, get rid of the frictions, and as a government, that's something we should always be looking to do. Get rid of as many frictions to investing as we possibly can.
Should we be making it easier, for example, for people to get into 401ks, small businesses, something like that? There's been proposals out there. They haven't gone anywhere, though.
Look, I try to stay in my lane, but to the extent we do those things, and to the extent Congress is able to do that, yeah. I love it.
Let me switch gears. One of the big things that the SEC is in charge of is assisting in capital formation. That means IPOs. You have been very outspoken about the need to make it easier for companies to go public. We've got Uber announcing terms today. We've got 200 companies going public this year. How do you feel about that? Is this a good sign to you? Bad sign? Market top? What do you think of the IPO rush?
Look, as a general long-term matter, I feel much better that people are starting to access our capital markets. I do wish that companies were looking to access our public capital markets earlier in their life cycle. I like it when growth companies are entering our markets so that our retail investors have an opportunity to participate in the growth, not just the large, and in many cases, a liquidity transaction.
I want to get you more specific. Just quickly, you said before, we need to make it easier. Do you want to change the reporting terms for smaller companies? What do we do? This has been a big year, but before that, it's been pretty sparse for the last 15 years.
We are looking at whether our one-size-fits-all model for becoming a public company makes sense in an era where you have trillion-dollar companies and $100 million companies. It can't be that one size fits all, 100 million trillion.
Yeah. Let me just ask you about one other subject, and that, of course, is Tesla and Elon Musk. You had a request for a second delay with the court. Maybe on or before April 30th, you'll have some kind of agreement. Can you give us any information at all? Are you any closer to an agreement to settle on that dispute regarding Musk's use of Twitter?
The short answer is no.
No, you're not any closer.
No, I can't give you any information.
You can't give me any information. Okay, the important thing, though, right now is April 30th is still looking like it's going to happen.
I'll let the parties work it out.